Okay, we're going on.
Now I see all cameras. Okay, I was stupid.
It's good. People must be seeing just my light.
Oh yes, we are live, guys.
Oh,
we're up in the place.
Live. Let's go. Yeah. We are live. Let's go.
So that was early. John, tell a story before.
Okay, tell a story. Okay, so I just went.
Hey, Rocky is in the chat.
Yo, what's up, my man?
We were just talking about Rocky a few days ago about the legend of the mind mapper.
Wait a second. How can I change my name because I don't want to view my email the whole time?
Yo.
It's a good thing.
You just
a bit too late now.
Click on it.
Tom.
Just click on it.
Yeah, I think it's too late already.
No, just do it now. Click on the name. There's no one there yet, basically. Just to click your name and change it.
Yeah, I mean the video will stay online, right?
Yeah.
Here.
Too late, guys. Send all your demos to that email there on the screen.
And then some dicks as well, and some trash music and memes.
Doxed myself in the first second. There you go.
Why do we have such a weird angle of Felix? I need to know.
Because I'm pouring my room and then going on the couch.
Felix is making a drink. Jeez.
Damn. Okay.
Yes.
So story, right?
Tell us a story, John.
Earlier today, I was fucking filming with Ferry.
Yeah.
Wait, never mind. I shouldn't say more than this, actually. No, I don't want to spoil something that I shouldn't say, so never mind.
What, for the tease? For the teaser?
What?
For the teaser.
What?
John.
What are you teasing, John?
Dude, I don't know what you're talking about. Dude, I don't know what you're talking about, Mark.
That was the lamest story in the world, wasn't it?
No, because
that was literally the lamest story.
I want to say something about it, but then I was like, wait, I shouldn't talk about this actually, because I feel like Ferry is gonna get mad at me for it.
Oh.
And beat me up and fuck me in the ass with no lube. It's gonna hurt.
Jasper says leaked email, leaked video release. This is a gold mine.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Should we leak some? Should we leak some ghost producers or drama or whatever as well?
Oh, John. Well, John, that's like guaranteed whenever you stream, isn't it?
True.
Yeah. So welcome along, everyone. Everyone in the chat. Hello. Hope you guys are all good.
I love the fact that there's Autumn right behind you, Mark.
There's what? Oh yeah, Autumn's just chilling there. I didn't even know. Cool. So we want to do this stream because we recently released the amazing remix from Tom of EXPRESSO.
Thank you.
And we thought it would be cool to get these two guys. Felix is always joining our streams randomly, which we absolutely love. We've never got Tom here, and now he's here.
I'm here. Hi everyone. It's really nice to be here. I mean, we also wanted to do a live stream when I dropped my EP, right? But we kind of forgot about it, I guess.
Yeah, we were doing the typical producer thing, right? Yeah, it's fine, next Thursday. And then we all probably were writing tunes on Thursday and we were like, oh crap, all right, we'll do it next week. And no one said anything, and then it just forgot about it. That's why this time I was like, come on guys, let's do it. Do. Are we all good? And then I said, let's go for Thursday. You guys were like, Mark, it's Tuesday. I was like, oh shit.
Nice, man.
Yeah, really so cool. Everyone is tuned in. If you have any questions whatsoever for Tom or Felix or any of us, any production questions.
I can't see the chat, so.
Oh, it's cool. I'll read out the questions when they come.
Nice background cat, someone says.
Yeah, it's awesome actually. But also, if anyone wants to know or has got any production questions, we can also open doors individually and show things.
Kind of, yeah.
I had a question for Tom actually.
oh shit! No wait, I see a good question. Yo, John, what is your ideal curry order? Let's go.
That's what we need to know.
Okay,
man.
Here we go. Lamb vindaloo.
Oh.
Garlic naan.
Have you ever had one of those before in your life? I bet you haven't.
Yes, I have.
don't believe you.
In Bristol. And that's why I first figured out that I fucking hate coriander, which I didn't know before.
Oh.
Yeah, sucks. So now I always ask for curry without coriander. I know it's a disgrace. But lamb vindaloo, garlic naan, what's the fucking... And the fucking spiced rice. Oh, shit, that shit is fire. And then a nice herbal tea on the side.
Herbal tea?
Yeah.
They don't sell that in a curry house.
Yeah, they do.
That's
free. I always drink tea. I always want
Really?
tea with my fucking food. Yeah, I love tea.
Milk black tea. That's what you should be drinking.
Yeah, I mean that's probably what they have in the curry houses in London.
This guy's a fake curry lover. Right?
Okay. Hey, I ate curry. Well, I ate Japanese curry for lunch and dinner today.
Yeah, so Cobra beer, John. Have a Cobra with it. Cobra. If you don't know Cobra beer, get out of this chat.
Haven't had a Cobra.
Chuck him out.
Dude, I don't drink beer. I don't drink beer really. So yeah, I mean,
Yo, Missing's in the chat.
Oh, this guy deleted his own message, so I don't know.
That's fine.
What he asked now.
Oh,
but I wanted to ask Tom a question. I was thinking about this today. That when you're asked to do a remix, I wanted to ask the thought process from being asked to getting the stems and then coming up with an idea. So did Felix ask you and then you checked the tune a few times and were looking for things that jumped out, or were you just like, yo, here's stems?
No, way better.
And then did you organize the stems? What was the process?
Way better story. The tune came out and I hit up Felix and I was like, dude, the tune is so cool. I want to do a remix. And he was like, sorry, bro, we already got someone. I was like, okay, fine. So, and then
I think Fairy had the stems and was supposed to try something, and then like a couple of weeks later, I just asked Fairy, "Yo, are you coming up with something, or can I send the stems to Thomas?" And he was like, "Forget about it." So I was like, "Okay, send the stem to Thomas," and he killed it. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would love to see more remixes of the song. I think there's more in it, but yeah. So
too much to it already.
I was really happy that like a couple months later, like 1 or 2 months later, Felix was like, "Hey, do you still want to do the remix?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course." And so he sent me the stems, and I opened the stems in a project, and I was a little bit intimidated because I listened to all the details, and I was like,
they all sounded rubbish.
I don't know what to do here, man. I'm just pretending to do drum bass.
When did you have that moment? When you were going, what did you do? Download the stems, put them in your DAW one by one, or what? How did you do that?
Yeah, I just put them underneath.
Because I've never seen anyone do that. Normally, when you do a remix, you always do it on your own. So everyone might be doing different things without knowing.
Yeah, I mean,
I load in all the stems normally, like everything, and then start deleting the crap ones, basically.
And then end up with one sound. It's like shit.
Most of the time.
So what was your process, Tom?
I like the emotion of the original, and I wasn't sure like what I want to use of the original. So I was going through all the stems again and looked at what stood out the most and what was like the main theme to me in the stems, because even though there's a lot of melodic and harmonic content in there, the harmonic content seemed not to have like a theme, and the one thing that stood out to me was like the vocal thing. And so I thought, okay, maybe I just start with the vocal thing, and maybe I can show you. Wait.
Not to forget.
Fancy.
There.
I think it's the first time. I think it's the first time I get one of my tunes remixed.
Is it?
Look at this guy.
That's so cool,
Really?
man. That's so cool.
That's amazing. So yeah, I got in all the stems, and they're all still there, kind of. Can we hear this? Wait.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So Yeah, and I listened to all the stems individually, and I was like, "Oh, the drum sounds so good, and this sounds so good." So there wasn't any crappy material per se to just delete there. So
Nice.
that's what was intimidating. So I just used the vocal and loaded some drums, and the drums are pretty basic over the whole track. I think there's not that much happening in the drums, and I kind of started by processing the vocal and make the vocal sound a little more, I don't know, processed, I guess, with a little more reverb. I have the normal stem here.
Yeah, for some reason it sounds fluffier in your version.
Fluffier.
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 Yeah, there's this
So
layer.
You kind of work with the vocal as the main thing, right?
Yeah, that's what started the whole thing. And
that's the groove, huh?
Yeah, right. So I tried to keep the drums not as fast, because that's the only thing I thought that maybe the original was not getting right, was that, or I mean, it's how you put it, right?
Yeah, of course. No one gets offended here, Tom, don't worry.
The drums are very, very fast to the whole tune, and I feel like when it drops, it has this impact and drop feeling, but also the whole drum things are kind of not establishing a groove. It's so many fast hits all the time that you don't get like a bounce to it.
Yeah, and it's like kind of jungly.
Yeah, and so I made the drums very basic and put the kicks somewhere to support the vocals, and then I started with the bass line and made the bass line. Originally, I had it similar to the original, that it was just bouncing in 16s, but I felt that it's also not establishing enough groove, and that's why I made it dotted like the vocal.
Look at that.
And all these decisions were just to kind of make the theme bigger, so to speak.
Yeah, cool.
Use the vocals and support them.
Yeah, that's a good. I think that's a good tip in terms of writing music and remixing as well. Find the thing that you attach to the most, and then try and work everything around that.
Yeah, and then I got stuck because I don't know I didn't know what to do then. I had this 8-bar loop of just the vocals and drums. I was like, yeah, that's cool, but I don't know. That's not enough. And I tried to rebuild the synth from the intro in a way. I wanted to have like a similar sound that's basically doing the same thing like in the original. There's this in the stems, it's called grains, main grains.
Sounds like one of Felix's stems. Main grain.
And there's like these sine tones.
Oh, that's so tasty.
Yeah.
So you tried to recreate that?
Yeah, I tried to recreate the sound, but in the end it got totally different. But what I did was intro rebuild synth. I think that has to be it. So I created this sound. Wait.
Nice. Spacey.
Nope.
Yeah, and it's basically
really squashy space.
OTT times 50, right?
Yeah. A lot of OTT, and that's what I use to create the melodies and the glitchy cuts and stuff. And
cool.
This was like the second thing I had, which kind of then, like, I wanted to use that kind of sound to make it more a Tom Finster thing, because I often have like glitchy cut up things. I don't know. So I had like a couple of different clips that I then bounced to audio. And I think somewhere in there are like the notes that you use in your intro, and I just played it randomly with some other things before it, so I know there's like bring there, but it ends on the same note and stuff. And
so you're resampling all that in the project, basically.
Yeah. I have this other glitch cuts. This is what shows this kind of element in the beginning.
Oh, cool. Nice. Wicked. Nice.
So yeah,
very cool.
It gets introduced there, basically in between the vocals. I cut out some of the vocals there, and then this element is introduced, and then with this element I built a new theme. It's layered with a couple of other things, but this is what built like the melody. And then there are these two themes, I think, in the whole remix: the vocal and then this melody, which goes along a lot better with the chords, because before you only hear sub bass and the vocals, and then you hear the melody with the chords.
Nice.
That's the brilliant thing about this remix, I think.
That's super cool.
Yeah,
that's also very it's very inspiring that you can listen to a sound and then think, hey, I can put my own twist on that and try and redesign it in your own way to get something that complements it. I think that's awesome.
I mean, why I try to recreate it is because I want to have a similar feeling.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's not because, I don't know, because I wonder how he, I still wonder how he did it, but
he just sampled
myself. I don't know myself.
He just went on YouTube and sampled something random, probably.
No, actually, the good thing in that song is that the sound I sampled to like granulate are my sounds.
Yeah,
but
cool.
I can't like wrap my head around how it happened or anything. I remember it was like a tune that you start right before you have to do, like, you have to go on vacation or something. So you have the first whip on your phone for like the whole vacation, and then you come back and you start working on it again. You just like every knowledge you have about it, and it's like really weird to work on. But yeah, like that, those like kind of granular bits you did, like for me, that's when you showed me this for like the first whip of the remix, I was like, you really extended everything from the stems, really like took everything and like extended it to like your dimension, which is really cool. So yeah.
When I did it, I wasn't thinking. I was thinking like, is this enough for a remix? I always felt like it's not enough for a remix.
Producer self-doubt version 645 million. And Tom, I got a question for you, Tom, actually. Because some are coming in, so I'm just going to fire some at you. This one's from Imminent Mind. Do you have any more tunes like Our Fears Won't Save Us in the works? The use of space between the drums is phenomenal.
Thanks, man. But right now, not exactly like it, but I want to make something like it. And maybe I have an upcoming project where I can do that. But I can't talk about it right now.
Ooh, damn! So many secrets going on.
Yeah, that's a little secret.
Ooh, nice. Another one from Liam Gardner. How do you go about writing and layering melodies like the intro on Eyes Closed?
The intro on Eyes Closed is actually by Echo Map. He's a jazz pianist, and when we were in the studio together last year, he had a couple of ideas on his piano, and the chords in the intro were one of them. And we recorded the piano chords, and then I started by putting them through a couple of different patches and try to make them interesting and grow and evolve. And out of this, I don't know how, but out of this, I came up with the melody that then leads into the drop and is like the harmonic basis of the drop.
Ooh.
And yeah,
intro
but
so
how
good,
I got,
Yeah, intro beautiful.
I'm not sure how I go about melodies, but for me, what really clicked for me was when I was watching a tutorial, and every note in your melody relates to the chord underneath it, and it always has a certain emotion if it's that kind of note in your chord, like if it's the fifth of your chord underneath it, or if it's the ninth in the chord underneath it. And so sometimes I try around with melodies, but I try to make them better by trying different emotions, so to speak, to support the whole idea. So and then the other thing is leading the melody into the next chord is very important, I think. So
chords.
It can be one or the other way. You lead your melody into the chord, or the chord leads, kind of tells you where the melody should go. The next chord tells you where the melody should go. So yeah, I think these are the main ingredients for me.
Yeah, I think the leading, the kind of emphasis on the intro is the chords, really. I think if it was just some one note sounds, then it definitely wouldn't have the same feeling. Yeah, it's amazing. Noisebleed asks, can we see a Caracal and Tom Finster collab? Yes, lads.
Whenever I get back to making music,
straight after the stream.
Yeah,
I'm totally down. No, I don't need to think about it.
Yeah, it's just natural. I'll probably
collab confirmed. Let's go.
Nice.
Okay, so stream, ask about more collabs, please.
Yeah, who should Tom collab with?
Justin Bieber, I think. Actually,
dude,
actually sick.
Yeah, I'm totally up for it.
Yeah, dude, I love doing Justin Bieber as well, man. That'd be sick.
Justin, if you're listening.
Okay, a good question, actually. Question for all of us. Do you guys ever feel pressured to come up with something new, different? And are there any particular areas in D&B where you think there's more room for creativity, like different time signatures?
Oh, big ups Jasper Khan, by the way. He's a real
Jasper.
Even though he always ends me in League of Legends. Anyway.
Pressured, never.
I do actually.
Never pressured, but willing to, yes, of course.
Willing to what?
To do something. To
try something new.
Try something new.
Yeah. What about you, Tom?
I don't know. I'm pressured a lot the whole time, every day, by a couple of different things. So
me too.
I can't tell. Maybe I'm pressured by the need to write more music sometimes. So
you'll see when you schedule one release each month for like a good shit ton of them on, you're like you stop thinking about making music and then you want to like get that like free space ahead of you. Because when you have releases, you have so much to do in terms of like social media and all that shit.
Yeah.
That your head is never free for like just disconnecting and focusing on music. It's like horrible.
Yeah, that's why I don't put so much time for social media for myself, because I just feel that I could just spend my time a bit more for myself. And when I mean for myself, I just mean doing music stuff. But I really feel pressured as well. But I never feel pressured from outside. It's only from myself.
Yeah, that's always the case.
Yeah. I never feel pressure from
nobody like expects anything, and like waits for you on anything. So, like,
yeah, but I mean, we're musicians. We're not like doctors or anything. We're not relied on by people. You know, it's kind of
no, I need
I need to release now.
Well, to some extent, people.
So I don't feel pressured to offer anything, but it's just for myself, really. Pressure myself.
I kind of feel pressured, but yeah, it's mostly for myself, but also like I don't know, like I do always have like this competitive thing in my head where I'm like, man, I really want like of course like I don't know, like I want to be the best. I know I'm not nowhere near the best, but like I would like to be the best in music.
In music.
Wow, there can be any best.
In music. I know I'm not.
Stevie Wonder, sit down.
I never will be, but I would like to. But I was like, man, I just want to like you can't be the greatest if you always just make the same shit, right? So
you just want to win at life. I think that's what you're trying to say, right? You just want to win in life.
I mean, I want to. I don't know. I want to leave. I don't know. Wait, no, wait. I need to say this in a way that's not extremely cringe, which is very difficult. No, okay. Well, actually, forget it. No, but yeah, I just want to. I want to make sure that like I don't just stick to my comfort zone always, because I heard a quote recently. I don't know who it was, but it was like it had to do with being comfortable. I don't know. Anyway, I think it was Macklemore. He said that being comfortable as an artist just isn't good.
It's dangerous.
It's the end of your career, basically.
Yeah, you have to always be like on the edge, and you have to be like doing new stuff. You have to push yourself.
Also,
to do stuff.
when you take the thing really philosophically, it's just the principle of life, dude.
Yeah, I know. It can be quite simple at the end of the day, this whole thing. You know, I think a lot of people complicate it too much by overthinking it, you know. But it can be quite simple.
It's just it's like a logarithmic curve. Like you have the zero and you're coming from the minus, and you just like can't really reach it anytime.
What about the last part of the question? Do you think there's any areas in D&B where you think there's more room for creativity, like different time signatures,
Yeah, all of that, but also just new blends. There's always new blends to make.
Yeah, for sure, and I think that's
tune in for my next single.
I mean, I think like time signatures, but drum bass most of the time is still kind of dance music, and dancing to weird time signatures is pretty hard. But I need to shout out
the four of us can do it, but like you're not gonna have like commercial success making.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I think people are a bit too set in their ways for it, and then for me anyway, then I get into a question of like if I want to write a track like that and release it, then I'm just releasing it for myself, and then I'm like, why release it at all?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I'm just like that. So I know it sounds a bit stupid, but it's like
no. I completely get it.
Yeah.
But I do think that if you make such great or big changes to the genre, then you also kind of go out of the genre and make something that is much more artistic. And I feel like the False Noise album, for example, which has a lot of weird time signatures, is not a drum bass album per se, but that makes it bigger somehow. So
totally. That's a really good point, actually.
it's good to make that if you want to make it a more artistic kind of genre. I don't know. Then it's a totally different song with a drum bass kind of rhythm to it. But
it reminds me of Instrumental. The situation with Instrumental. I don't know if you remember them. About 8 years ago, and they came with just a complete fresh take on drum and bass, and then it kind of not got pushed away, but it kind of just disappeared a little bit, and it wasn't really accepted as drum and bass anymore.
Yeah, like it was, and also it was just super underground, and the people around it were, the people around it were like quite elitist, which might have pushed away some people. I mean, I feel it though, because really? What do you mean? Really?
Really? Were they?
I mean, were they not? I don't know. Like, I feel like it's like the whole exit crew. But I mean, I love them. Like, I love them.
Yeah, it's just really underground, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's what it is. It's just really underground and focus on the music.
Yeah.
This is the music. Don't need any gimmicks.
I do think that, for example, Bob is kind of doing kind of
similar
vibes, which is with like a more modern take, which is really sick as well. And I love all those 80s influences as well. And something I wanted to add is that I think drum and bass could really use like new takes on melodies. Like, I've been hearing some really fresh drum and bass recently from this producer that normally makes house, but he's been making some drum and bass VIPs of his tunes, and I think they're so sick. His name is Oddmob from Australia. I fucking love this shit, man. It's so good.
Oh yeah, that's
also the house tunes are really cool.
Like
yeah. That's I think his stuff is so fresh.
Nice. Another question. How long have you been producing, everyone?
Tom.
Like 7?
17 years.
Woo!
I'm sorry, I'm old.
I guess I'm the same, but I don't know. I can't even remember when I started.
I think I started with 14, 15, and I'm 32 now.
Oh shit, 14. That's early to start, actually. What computer were you using then? Commodore 64?
No, it actually was Intel Pentium. I don't know.
Way. Boy was on fire back in the day, man.
Yeah. I had
fax machine as well.
I actually started with internet on a 56K modem, and that's why I started. I started with making beats because I couldn't download rap instrumentals.
Amazing, that's cool.
That's sick. Yeah, I started when I was 14 as well, or like 13, 14. So yeah, like 7, 8 years.
I think it's a great way for nowadays for young people to use their time. You know, literally 1 hour. If they've got a laptop within 1 hour, they can just start messing around and making music, and then show their mates the next day. You know, that's so cool. And then their mates will be like, "Yo, what are you doing?" And it was just, you know, so accessible. I like that stuff.
And then you start dreaming of being a superstar and playing on a big stage, and then your dreams get crushed.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah. Tom, how do you find your style? This one's from Yasin. What was inspiring you? Tom, I think you have a style. Actually. You know that?
I'm not sure I have a style.
I think you do.
I kind of. There are so many cool drum bass artists popping up now, and they all have kind of styles I really dig, like you guys, obviously, but also like Scheme and Gyrofield and all those guys. And I'm not sure if I'm really sticking out there, to be honest, but I guess it's like always, you have like a bunch of influences and they all come together somehow. And I think my influences are probably a little bit broader, since I started with this kind of music and then I made this kind of music, and I more and more got into electronic music, and I more and more got into drum bass, and then I influence all like these other influences in what I want to do. And I also figured over the time that I'm probably not going to write the biggest club banger ever. and so I try not to write the biggest club banger ever and do more melodic stuff.
Depends if you start doing drugs, maybe.
Drugs.
I don't know.
No.
Drugs. That's illegal talk, man.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Ban it.
Kick him
Do not
from the label.
do drugs ever.
You guys like
drugs are
Sterfa
bad.
by Bunshin? Yes, we all do. Can confirm that. I can speak on
Sterven.
behalf of everyone there, I think.
Yeah. Sterven is a.
Sorry, guys, I'm so slow with the questions, by the way, from everyone watching.
Also, Missin is putting out a new EP. And
Yeah.
Oh,
Listen
yes.
to-
Sweet.
Do not forget to mention. I really
this
do.
one's sick, man.
Yeah.
And Bunchin as well. Bunchin new EP is coming as well.
Yeah.
The whole gang is coming with new music, actually.
Can we get Jesus collab? Bring him back from the dead.
Yo,
That was
speaking
a
of
question
Jesus,
from
bro.
Ark.
speaking of Jesus, I was watching the fucking Champions League like 3 days ago, like the fucking highlights, and there was a player called Jesus Corona. How crazy is that?
What the
Yeah, yeah. Hold up. I'm gonna look it up before he plays again. He plays for.
Holy,
He plays
that's epic.
for. I don't know, but he's a.
Epic,
he plays for FC Porto. That's it. Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, Jesus
I was
Christ.
like, damn, that's
Still,
a crazy.
I'm still quite
That's an
amazed
unlucky
by
name.
the fact that John, you watch football. That's
No,
No,
amazing.
he
like-
doesn't. He doesn't.
I don't watch football really. Like I just watch highlights.
If you're a hardcore, one of those hardcore football fans, you know, like the vinyl boomers, don't
Yeah,
talk to
I'm-
John, otherwise
no,
you'll
I'm
get
totally
angry.
not. I'll piss off. Dude. I say one sentence, I'll piss off. I always say is my favorite clubs are Manchester City and PSG, and then it's all-
Bro. Oh, it's so depressing. John
yes.
changes his club every week, man.
That's
Okay,
funny
question
because-
from Noisebleed. What do you guys do to improve time management in terms of finishing more tracks? Question to all of us.
Just schedule a release for it.
Yeah. Just schedule release, get a deadline.
Yeah, for
Just-
deadlines actually, the deadlines are so good for me. Like otherwise, I get nothing done.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
Honestly. And if you, it's a bit difficult though for someone up and coming. What do you do?
What would I do? Is I mean, personally, when I started putting out music on SoundCloud, I would like stick to like putting out one track every 2 weeks, and that was it.
Just like demos. Were you putting demos on SoundCloud?
No, there was like free downloads actually, with like
Oh, sweet. That's cute.
artwork.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And I remember I was like posting on SoundCloud and then going on every groups and just sharing it and be like, hey, everyone, you have feedback. And then everyone would leave feedback. And then the first time I got like 1,000 played. I was like, wow.
Ooh, nice.
Dude,
Crazy.
I miss old SoundCloud, man. Like back
Yeah.
when everyone used to like
Group.
upload like work in progress stuff and actually talk to each other on it. That was so fun.
I used to do that as well. Like you would just upload, you would finish your tune and like your first thought would be, oh, I can't wait to upload to SoundCloud.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That wasn't,
Yeah.
it wasn't like, oh, what label should I send it to? It was like, let's get it on SoundCloud. You know, it was like, that was when it was awesome, man. It's a shame it got a bit crappy now, I think. Yeah, I think you just have to be a bit strict on yourself as well. I think we're in a bit of a privileged situation because we can, all of us on this chat can write a half-assed demo and probably talk to a label about releasing it. And then the label will be like, yo, can release it in 2 months. And then you're like, oh shit, you know, and then you need to get it done. But if you're someone a bit new and you want to try and, you probably don't want to send like half-finished demos to labels. You probably
Well,
want to
actually, I just thought about it. Like recently, I did the 1 week 1 EP challenge, and I mean, like it worked for myself back when it like.
Oh, you put
I
pressure.
really,
That's
like,
putting
got
pressure on
like
yourself,
me-
Felix.
What?
There you go. That's putting pressure on yourself.
Yeah, actually.
There you
like,
go. Yeah, that's a
like-
good technique.
But I wasn't putting out the EP at the end of the week. Like
Yeah,
out
but
of the 4 demos
as
we made.
soon as you posted it,
Hey,
you had
but
to do it.
but
What?
the demos were really sick, man. For a week, that's
Yeah,
that's
that's good work.
Good vibes.
yeah.
I was
I
sorry,
think
Felix. I was just saying, but
one-
as soon as you posted it, you had to do it. So
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah,
Also, if you have a tiny bit of a following, even like 100 person people, like if you get 10 likes on your Instagram,
good
it's
idea.
like,
That's a
Maybe
good idea.
first
That's
I'm
a
gonna
good
do
idea
that,
for
and
someone.
maybe
That's a
you're
good
gonna do
idea
it.
for someone just coming together with a good, like, following around them, like closer, like friends who also produce, just do a thing on your Facebook saying, yo guys, I'm going to try and, even if you say you're working for us, for example, do 1 track a week for 4 weeks, and then just stream it to your mates.
It doesn't have to be like a very complex track, but it just has to be finished.
And don't worry about how many people are watching or anything, or how many people are interacting with you. Just get it done. It's quite a good technique.
Also,
actually.
but I think finished music is a very philosophical thing. When is an art piece finished?
Yeah.
So
here we go.
And I also think
Da Vinci's in the house.
It's like feedback loop thing.
No, but I know so many people that never release music because they never finish the songs, and it's kind of depressing to see that those people that are very, very talented, and I dig a lot, I can never tell anyone about them because the music never gets finished. I think you have to abandon the project somehow at a point like, okay, I think it's okay. Nobody will laugh at me if I release this now. This is the point.
Can you imagine? You release music.
So I don't know. I think you learn a lot by trying to finish music. Like, if you're actually trying to finish the song in the beginning, you learn a lot about maybe what's not working in my song, what I was doing right from the wrong from the start, and what was I doing right. And so actually finishing music is like one whole, I don't know how to say it, thing to learn about making music. Like, coming up with the idea is one thing, but like making it presentable is a whole different thing. And I think it needs to be learned as well, and it takes experience. And you need to finish a couple of songs until you know how to finish songs. And of course, there are sometimes very easy things that can help, like how is my arrangement going to be? If you want to make a drum bass song, look at all the drum bass songs in your Spotify and count how many bars does the drop have, how many bars does the breakdown have, and look at your song and how much bars are you missing. Well, then just copy everything and put it there until it's got the length. So
drum and bass in a nutshell. Listen to another track, see what they do, do it again.
Yep. I mean, you have to start somewhere, right?
That's the same in every music as well. Also in classical music, it happens a lot. That someone says, "I want this section, just make it for me." And you're like, okay.
I think pop is the clearest example when you have that. Like,
nah, man, full drum and bass is the clearest.
Intro, verse, chorus, bridge, outro. It's like always the same.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It's the same chords as
drum and bass, it's like intro, drop, breakdown, drop. That's it. Much easier.
Yeah.
Even worse.
It's the same.
Where was this question? Actually, I had another one. Oh my god, where did it go?
Dude, I remember
Bizzler's asking John if you want to collab with Dutta.
Oh,
yeah, that'll be happening soon.
He can collab with
next question
with these nuts and the pizza.
Oh my god, I'm lost in the chat now.
What?
What's happening?
What's so funny?
One laugh.
What's so funny, Felix? What's so funny?
Bizzler asked another question. Oh yeah, Tom, was there any other projects you had before Tom Finster? What was your previous alias?
Hong Kong.
Yes, there were some different projects, and there are still projects I'm still doing now. I don't want to talk about the previous ones because I'm not as proud anymore of them. But
you sound like me, Tom. Whenever I hear you talk, I'm always like,
I
would say that.
I mean, none of them are like super shitty. I don't think so. But I feel like they are out of date, and if you listen to them now, of course they will sound old. And yeah, so And there's another project I have with a friend, which is called Don Kong, and this is like more bass music and bass house stuff, dubstep stuff, which is more like fun music.
You guys made some releases on Gold Digger, right?
Gold Digger, Confession,
Hell Deep,
and Confession as well.
Hell Deep, yeah, and we got some sick stuff coming up. Can't talk about it, but beginning of next year will be really cool, and we also got a release on Circus in 2 weeks or so.
So you better start typing in the group chat then.
Yeah, wait.
Nice.
Hey, there you go.
Tom, question from Sam Johns: is music full time, or do you do something else on the side?
No, I do music full time.
Full time, baby.
So I also do like production stuff for other artists, but lately not as much. Lately, I try to put all energy into Tom Finster and Don Kong. And
I think you can hear that as well.
Thank you.
I think you released a lot the last 2 years for Tom Finster, more than ever, right?
Yeah, definitely. The output with Tom Finster was much better than with any other solo alias I had before.
Yeah, cool.
And also with Don Kong, I wrote the most tracks over the last year or so. But for like, I don't know, 3 months, I haven't come up with new music really. So right now, I know, right now it's a little bit tough.
Yeah, just one of those phases.
I think it's the same for everyone now, though, with the whole situation. The music's kind of shit now.
Well, like with no live shows and stuff, and you can't present it really, and it's
just like,
kind of true.
I feel like everyone's mental health is just worse. That's all like right now.
Yeah. The thing is, everyone's struggling at the moment, and that's always. That's
we have unity in the struggle right now.
Yeah, but no unity. Question from Switch Up Broadcast: any more tips, do's, don'ts on approaching labels to get your first track signed?
It's funny because every time we do like a divided stream, the only time I see those questions.
Really? Someone's hinting.
I feel it's your energy, Mark. Brings ask those questions. Like
it's really difficult because there's no judgment from us apart from the music, you know.
If I had like one big simple advice, is just take your time.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
That's it.
Yes.
I have a few advice. I have a couple of advice as well. It's like I always prefer getting multiple demos over getting one demos, because like, if you send one tune and it's good, we might not know like if you're actually a good producer or if you just had like one lucky good tune, you know, like sending like
that's a must. That's a must. I probably think if you sent one track to a label, I reckon 70% won't even listen to it.
Yeah, unless you're already like a name, which is different, right? But
yeah,
like. Even if you send like one finished tune and then like 2 work in progress, that's much better than just sending the one track.
Try and send 5 tunes, and try and present them as what you are. I think actually a really good tip for getting signed is artist Patreon as well, because it gives you literally a direct contact with the artist who's probably already signed to a great label anyway. And we just signed a tune from Late Sleeper, which we heard on someone's Patreon stream. Yeah. So it was really random actually. I just went to check Patreon from Felix, and that tune was playing.
Yeah, especially the funny thing is that
this tune is sick.
Never.
And then 2 days later, John came with the thing. Have you heard this tune? And it was like, that was the tune from the stream. You know. So I think so Patreon is a cool one because you're direct contact, and probably the producer is spending a lot more time to listen to your tunes. And so I've had a lot of people just send me tracks from Patreons who have been like, yo, check this track, it's really good.
Yeah, and the thing happens as well is that recently I got sent a track from someone on Patreon, and it was super good, and I was like, yo, is it okay if I send this to Blackout for you? And he's like, yeah, sure. And it got signed, and there was a guy that had never had a release before ever. So
banging,
crazy.
Get in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just present yourself well, present your best tunes. Also don't get too down if people don't reply to you. I always try and reply to people, but sometimes you forget, and we get quite a lot of demos sometimes, and it's just you'll forget 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 even in replying. So don't worry, it doesn't mean your music's bad or anything, but just be self-analytical, kind of compare your music to the release that the label's releasing, and if it's not close, then just go back to the drawing board, keep learning, keep watching videos. There's so much content out there for anyone to learn. And just keep chipping away, and if you're dedicated enough and smart enough, then it'll work out.
Dedicated.
Yeah, dedication.
I also do think if you just release it on your SoundCloud by yourself, like for example Scheme, which is a 16-year-old kid I really dig, and if your music is good, people will share it with the right people, and labels will approach you by themselves.
Is he 16?
I think he's 16 or 17.
Damn, dude. He organized his own online festival or something. He tried to actually, and I remember I did like a set for it.
What?
And
cool.
And for some reason he got cancelled.
Oh,
but
okay.
just like, damn, he's 16. I didn't know that, man.
He's super young.
He's doing so
he's
much
super
for a
young.
16-year-old.
I actually asked him for Divided Tunes a week ago, and he said he's working on some stuff. So I'm stoked for that as well.
Fire!
Super cool, man.
A question from David. I'm really interested how producers DJ get dubs. Is there a platform where you can get uploaded, or have to be connected with the guys and have a certain status to get music early? Whew. Use commas more often. Sorry, David. Well, there's a couple of services which are third-party services which hold big mailing lists. And if you're a label, you go to one of these services and say, I want to send my tune out 1 month before the release to these people. And then they'll go and send it out to these people. So we get, I don't know about you guys, but we get 5 emails a day normally from
so much.
So many. So many, but they're not all good. And there's also some random things like Psytrance and stuff like this.
It's like so random, yeah.
And the best way is just chatting with your mates and swapping tunes.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Just family, just like exchanging tune with people you like to hang out with and talk with. That means a lot. I mean, for myself,
it's
I
also
like play my friends' music out mostly.
Don't you also feel that like sending music between people is kind of connecting with each other a lot more? And I don't know, when I hear a good song on a promo mail, I'm never gonna look up the artist if it's not a super phenomenal song. But I'm like, oh, that's a cool song I could play, but I don't get any relation to the artist whatsoever.
Yeah, it's true.
I feel you that one. I'm for sure more likely to open like a personal email instead of like a mass email or like mass promo email as well. Because like I don't know,
and also
it's more personal,
you're
and
more likely going to reply to it as well.
Yeah, exactly. And then something happened. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's good to talk with other producers. I mean, back in the day when we had like AIM, like the whole concept was you would send someone a tune and they would send something back. And it was almost like an unwritten law that if someone in the music scene sent you some music, you had to send something back. And I was like that because you were like, oh, I'm going to send this guy like 10 tunes. And then he would send you one back and it was, oh, cool. Blah. And then you had a connection then, you know? Like,
yeah. I mean, I still try to do that. But with like really close people, it's just whenever it's ready, I just like hand them out to them. And I know they're going to do the same. So,
yeah.
Yes.
Also, there is this drum bass documentary, and they were talking about like old Messenger, AOL Messenger, stuff like
AIM.
that. Where AIM, yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's
I'm just talking about.
Really interesting. Yeah.
Did you ever use AIM or not?
I can't remember. No.
It was a big thing. It was like the staple of drum and bass. Like if you're a producer, you could not use. You had to use AIM.
Yeah. So I actually, I used
Do you
it
have
once.
AIM, John?
Yeah. No. Okay. This is funny, right? Like I remember, I was just getting into drum and bass, and so I was like, how do I get my stuff to people? So some old person was like, yeah, we used to use AIM. So I was like, sure, cool. No. Yeah. I mean, actually, maybe it was maybe actually it might have been. And I remember I just like someone gave me like a list of like all these email addresses. Like it was like, yo, add all these email addresses for all the big artists. And actually, some artists were still online.
Loxy, was Loxy still online?
I remember Mastag was online, and I sent him some tunes. Yeah, I think I was like just turning 15 or some shit. Yeah, that's funny.
The cool thing with AIM, it had auto send. So literally, all you did is just kept AIM on running all day. And without it like alerting you or anything, you would get sent tunes. Like people could just send you tunes basically if they had your Addy. So like you would be working on music and like all these tunes would be coming through. And then if you wanted a break, you would just like check the tunes and be like, yo, that's sick. So send someone and then be like, oh yeah, hi, cool, send some back. But the problem was like people used to make like usernames. Like I remember someone made a username called Goldie Heads. And then like if you're a young producer and someone hits you up called Goldie Heads, you're like, yeah, here's all my tunes, take them, you know. So like some people, it used to get rinsed like that, you know.
I'm pretty sure something like that happened recently as well with, I think, someone pretended to be Groove Writer and just got like loads of tunes on via Gmail. So dude, it's like
saddos.
It's so sad.
Just wait a couple of months and they'll be out, you know.
Was it someone English?
Probably. It's always a Brits doing that, isn't it?
Sounds like
10 years ago it used to be the Russians, now it's the Brits.
Yeah. I mean the Russians
stereotypes.
The Russians just got Spotify, so they don't need to anymore.
No, they're good.
I used to download all my music on VK.
Really?
Hey,
I've never even looked at that actually.
Yeah, please get him. I've seen massive artists, you know, on the CDJs where it says like my free MP3 and it's like name.
No way.
Yeah.
And I'm talking like artists millions, you know. I'm like, geez.
Jesus Christ.
But the thing is, like, it's so much faster to get a tune from like my free MP3 than to buy it.
That's true, actually. Like
more handy to like get it legally.
That's true, because like I buy tunes if I do like a bootleg or if I like there's a tune I need to have, and like man, if I pirated this, I would have had it in 5 seconds. Now I need to like log into my PayPal, confirm that again.
Forgot password.
Yeah, forgot password is like, and then and then they add text as well. I'm like, bruh. And it ends up being like $3 and 10 minutes.
You get a captcha with pictures to check your identity.
Oh yeah, if you're human.
Recently, I started getting that.
How
for
many
like
traffic
Google
lights?
Search.
Yeah,
I was just doing Google search and
how many taxis?
Like, I'll try and search some bullshit, and they would like show me a captcha and try and like like show me all the fucking firefighters.
Yeah, hydrant, the fire hydrant, yeah, or the taxis.
Do a Google search, dude.
What else is a common one? Trees. Yeah, click all the pictures with
trees, flashlights, cars as well.
Crossways, school buses.
Oh, school buses. Oh, my God,
that's
yeah.
Epstein edition.
Bruh. Anyway, I saw a good question. Let's get on the subject. What will be your
1128? I've got them in order.
What
will be your track of the year? Is that the same one?
That's what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to say. Yeah.
Oh, bro, we could say at the same time. Cute.
Oh, that's so cute.
Ooh, my track of the year.
Yeah, go on, boys. I can't think.
You go first. Oh, you shouldn't know that. I know actually. Okay, this might be recency bias, but
you're gonna say your own track.
No, yeah, I'm gonna say like signal existence. No, intrinsic DMB VIP by Obmob. Oh, this one is yeah, I know. This one is so good. But I'm thinking
like the favorite tunes.
I'm thinking this might be like massive recency bias because like I found this track yesterday. But this tune, oh my day, I put it in the chat as well. This tune is such a vibe. The second drop as well.
Play it,
and
can you play it or not?
Oh, can I play it?
I don't know. We might get a copyright strike.
No, because it's a free tune.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna see if I can share screen. Oh no, I can't. I think Thomas will do it. Because it says
is it on SoundCloud?
I posted it in the YouTube chat, but it's called like well, I'll link it to you on Facebook so you can find it.
I put it in the chat. A new Patreon that's called Felix as well.
Oh, cute.
I put it in the Tom Finster chat on Facebook.
Oh, you should have just posted it in the main chat.
No?
This one.
Yeah.
I wasn't a big fan of this one.
Wait.
Well, I love it. I love this one right now. But like
the artwork's very memorable though, because I just I just memorized it from the artwork.
Yeah. But like I said, it's probably really biased as well.
It reminds me of John B. This intro.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a drop. Like there's a drop that I think
the synth for the delay.
So nice.
Pre-distortion. Pre-distortion delay. Yeah,
love it.
Short delay.
This guy normally makes house music. The original tune is also very good, by the way. But he recently he's been making some D&B tunes. It sounds very like not like you know like our stuff. Like it's not like drum produced, right? But like the vibes are so good. I think that yeah.
Tom's being a proper DJ here, isn't he? Look, he's like the look ahead compressor.
Oh, I feel like when it drops, that's what they do in house right now. Like they have like this one element on the one that's going for like, I don't know, half bar or 2 bars or something, and then it just changes. Or
question and answer thing. Yeah.
It's very ravey.
Yeah, it's ravey. And the second drop.
Yeah, that's why it reminds me of John B. You know, those like square sites, square.
But
yeah, I like the second drop more than the first one. But it sounds sick, definitely.
Okay, so I just had a look, and I realized that the Halogenics Dragon Force EP came out earlier this year as well.
I was going to say that, yeah.
What? Yeah. Fucking, what's it called?
No, I wasn't going to say. I was thinking about it. I think mine's Felix's All Out Duty, I think.
Oh, that's an amazing tune as well. You know, actually, the best tune of the year is South VIP.
Actually, I think I've missed the question. What's the question? Is it
best track D&B track of the year?
Yeah. or Machine Drum and Holly, Berry Patch. I also very like that tune as well.
Oh, yeah, your Berry Patch remix, Jonathan.
No, the original.
No.
The original.
Is that yours? Is that your favorite, Tom?
Yeah, I that's one of my favorite tunes from this year. I don't know if it's very top, but it's definitely in the top 3.
That's cute, man.
I'm super sure about this.
I like that.
I really like this one, and also I like the new.
Look at John's little
new
face
remix.
now. Look at his little smile.
I'm blushing.
Did Fade Black release their EP in 2020 or 2019?
I think 2019, right? Like December 2019.
Doesn't count then.
So. Someone asked, can I get signed to a label when I'm 13, 14? Yes.
Yes,
No.
you can.
Probably, yeah. It wouldn't be an issue with us, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No, I'm really curious. I'm really curious. You talking about yourself? If you are, send some tunes.
Yeah. Because earlier he said that he's 13 and started producing when he was 10. Actually, that's pretty interesting. But I think the average age on our label, if we remove Mark from the equation, is like like 18 anyway. It's like 18 anyway, or like 17.
I'm keeping those percentages high, man. I'm keeping those. I'm just balancing it out, you know. Yella was correcting us on AIM, by the way. It is AOL. Yeah, AOL Instant Messenger.
Oh,
hello.
Thanks, Yella.
Hello, boy.
Felix,
what funny with Yella is that it's been Yelly. It's been like 3 months. Just me hitting him up about my release on. Well, actually, it's not announced yet, but like I'm doing a release on Blackout.
Ooh!
Like, it's been 3 months just me hitting him up about it and nothing else. So like, I feel like hey friend.
How are you guys keeping yourself motivated during this pandemic?
I don't
at all.
Yeah.
Everyone just said no then.
just like stuff. Just let myself live. Still make a lot of music, but that's it.
Yeah, it hasn't bummered me so much, but I think my expectations are pretty low. I'm not really, I know my place in this world. So, I haven't got massive dreams about doing something. So I'm kind of like, yeah, roll with it.
You're not like 20.
No, exactly. Doesn't feel that way.
Yeah, but it's kind of what I don't like about the pandemic is that like the life I live is so samey all the time. I just get up, get in front of a computer, and then go back to sleep. And not do. I mean, of course, there are a couple of other things I do, but that's basically every day, like 80% of the time. So that's what's bumming me out. And how do I keep me motivated? There's nothing else you can do. So
yeah, I'm kind of the same actually. I don't really do much. I just have my structure during the day. That's it.
Actually, the only thing that can keep you motivated is learning new things, but like completely new things. That was it. That's what kind of kept me up for the lockdown, is just trying to learn stuff that wasn't making music, for example.
I think
like,
I would be
like trying to make art and also cooking a lot. But that was it.
I think one of the really good things that I've recognized about this whole pandemic thing is how important the label stuff is to me. Because I think if I didn't have that, I wouldn't have contact with a lot of people. I wouldn't be in touch with like you guys a lot, probably. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just the way. It's just I just kind of do my thing and that's it. And I don't really like. I'm not really like a hanger out sometimes, but especially when I'm on my own, I just kind of stick to myself and do my thing and happy. But because we're interacting and figuring things out with releases and stuff, it gives that, that opportunity just to chill and hang. And I think that's been really important actually. And I think if I didn't have that for for the last 9 months, it would have been quite lonely, I think. I would have felt quite lonely. Because going and play a show is really fun. You get to meet everyone, talk to everyone in person. You get to meet another couple of artists. You get to
kind of like,
ask random people what their favorite tune is and find out new music and all the line is just
drama.
Sean always comes to the important stuff.
But yeah, like shows are kind of like the weekly dose of not adrenaline, but like kind of like injection of sociability somehow. And if you don't have that, it can really spiral into something very dark or very light. It's like kind of uncontrollable.
True.
David's
words
asking,
of wisdom.
What studio headphones do you guys use?
Adam.
What?
Adam.
Studio headphones.
Dude,
you got Adam headphones?
Fucking your words, bro. Speak with words.
Yeah, Adams. He has Adams headphones. They're not bad actually. I tried them out. They sound pretty good. They felt a bit uncomfortable though. That was the only thing.
Well, the ones I have on now are biodynamic, but it's just because they're more comfortable when I wear them for a longer time. And they don't look as stupid. But these ones, which are already taped because they are very old, they are Sony's, and they were pretty cheap in the beginning. I think they cost like 50 euros or something. But I actually swear on them. I love them, and I make music daily with them, and they are great. They're just very big. That's all.
Yeah, there's something I miss about the biodynamics. Is like the Atom ones are like super uncomfortable to wear. Like they just like stick to your ears and just.
Yeah, I found that they feel a bit flimsy as well, don't they, Felix? To me, they feel a bit light, like and a bit plasticky.
Oh yeah. Like the build quality isn't really there, to be honest, but the sound.
The sound is good, yeah. I like when I was testing them out. I was like, okay, yeah. It just sound it. They've obviously configured it to sound like the monitors.
Yeah.
Because I use Adams and I had those headphones on. Everything was sounding the same. Justin.
I have Adam monitors.
Yeah.
Which ones?
A7X.
Oh.
Nice.
Excuse
me. I'm rarely at the studio anymore. I think many tunes were not made on them recently. So I think your remix was never heard on a monitor.
Oh, that's shit. How come? Were you like working on the road or something?
No, I actually like working at home, and I actually like hearing my songs only on the MacBook speakers and create ideas on the MacBook speakers, because then you're not listening to the sound, you're listening to the music, and not so much to the sound design. And so I get the ideas done like this, and then I go into it and try to make the sound better. Yeah. And if you have some experience and know what not to do, there isn't much you have to change to make it sound cool.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty smart. Because
I'm just lazy. I don't want to go to the studio. I guess that's it.
I could never do that. Sorry.
I wish I had a studio. I've given it like one other cool exercise is try and write the whole structure of the tune without putting any sidechain, for example. That's like really fun to do, because you just focus on like the overall structure and like melodic, and then you start digging the production and the sound design. That's a fun exercise to do.
Sounds terrible.
I would try that.
Yeah, but I'm not sure. It's not, yeah, and they didn't have to listen to fucking kicks distorting. Great.
Yeah, I mean, John, that's a question I want to ask you. How much dB do you go into the limiter?
Depends on the tune. Sometimes like 20, sometimes like 2. Like I have stopped giving a fuck about like clipping. Like my limiter, like if I open my Pro L. Hold on, wait. I'll do it now. I will open a project and I will show you my fucking limiter, like house clipping. Let me see.
A lot of people
actually,
do that though.
It's
more common.
A lot of people,
a lot of the best producers I've talked to in my life, who I've worked with, have opened. Well, they've done it individually on individual sounds, but they've been working on a kick. They'll open a limiter, gain it about 25 dB, and be like, "Yep, cool," and then move on. And I'll be like, "What?"
I will send a photo to the chat again because I can't show it here. I think, but
I've never heard anyone do it on the master, John.
Look at this.
I mean, I was watching a stream of John, and I think it was when he was writing some halftime thingy on Twitch, and yeah, there he was also going like 20 dB into the limiter, and he took it down a bit, and then he was like, yeah, okay, and then he took it up 20 dB again. I was like, is he going to keep that?
Okay, I must say, if I make halftime, then I'll put like fucking trash tune a master. Like if I make some bullshit, then I'm gonna like sometimes just only the master. It sounds really sounds.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that soon. Actually,
yeah.
I'm recording a video next week where I'm doing 4 tunes with 4 different plugins on the master from the start, and one of them's like a guitar rig. Just like really completely like fucked up. No, it's a stereo, guitar rig stereo. Okay. But just like, because you know, when you when you record a band, some of the best band recordings are not the sound of the instruments, it's the sound of the room, you know, the whole room together. So I just want to try and put that into context. It might be quite fun.
That's actually quite interesting.
It's just the thing about context. If you start writing and start producing the tune with those 20 dBs into the limiter, you're gonna like make decisions
based on the limiter. You mix into the limiter. Yeah, but you can't go back once you've done that. Like, you're stuck. That's the tune.
Oh, and do you remember back when Emperor, he used to always like he had a template where he had like 2 ozone 4s in the master as well.
Yeah, dude, I used to put like 20. I used to put 20 limiters on the master. Yeah. But what I used to do is like kind of what they call gain staging now, I guess. So basically, instead of one limiter completely squashing it, the problem, nowadays it's kind of okay, but like 10 years ago, when the limiters release was so slow on everything, like it just, when drum and bass, it just couldn't release. So the limiter, all it was doing, it was just clipping basically. So I was like, okay, instead of having it release, instead of giving the release so much gain reduction to make up when it comes back, if I just do like half a dB reduction, so the release has enough time to release, and then just do that, and then sometimes you'll end up with like 25 limiters doing it, but it would sound like just one big block, but still a little bit dynamic.
That reminds me of Tim Franke.
But he does stress tests. He does stress tests.
Yeah, but still, it's funny though. Like he put like fucking 200 limits on the tune.
I did 250 serum patches the other day. Maybe I can open it actually.
Dude,
I sent you the clip, didn't I? I sent you guys the clip.
Wait, what? 250? Okay.
And it all played a different chord on random. Do you remember?
I think I remember.
I haven't seen it.
What the hell? That sounds cursed.
Let me see if it will open. That'll take a while to open, probably. Let's see if there's any other questions going on. Do you guys use SonarWorks reference? What are your settings?
I do actually.
For headphones, I presume.
Yeah, for headphones. For headphones. But there's a few issues where it causes phasing issues, which is not a massive problem, I think, most of the time. But like if you're doing like the final mixdown stuff, you might want to like put on linear phase, or just
definitely
like
always work on linear phase.
Yeah, but then it causes like a slight delay as well. So
what delay though? Delay from the door?
I think any sound that comes through, like the headphones then.
So delay from visual delay, you mean?
No, like so like the visual and audio.
That's okay. Though, right?
Yeah. Let's see. But then again, I like doing my mix downs on speakers anyway, so it's not a big issue for me. I use mine on like 40%. Because like the DT770s, they have like this kind of annoying peak in like the high end. So like it makes like fucking head sound so painful, man. So that's why I use it mainly. But,
what about you guys? Do you guys use it? SonarWorks.
I use SonarWorks in the studio to kind of correct the monitors a bit.
Oh, that's bad, Tom. I'm not your friend anymore.
I knew Mark was gonna get triggered about this. Okay,
I'm not your friend anymore.
Really?
Yeah. Oh.
Why? They sound better.
No. Yeah, maybe.
No.
maybe they do, but
I mean,
the problem is you can't correct physics.
Yeah,
that's it. So like if you have a standing wave, it can't correct that because no matter if you boost or reduce or shift the frequency, you're still going to get a standing wave regardless. That's just how physics works.
But
so
I feel like
it probably it might be able to fix some top end stuff, but low end is like unmanageable.
But I feel like it's not about like these kind of fixing. It's more like the overall balance, because I don't know. I feel like with the plugin, it sounds much more linear to me. But yeah, I don't use it on headphones because I feel the headphones sound worse.
Dry enough.
Can you guys see my screen, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just, on every serum, what I did was just have really simple, just random saw wave, and then I used the chaos to pitch it, and then I did like hundreds of them, basically. This might be really loud, so. And then, so what I did is I assigned a chaos to the pitch. So it's like a completely random pitch, and then it slowly goes into a chord. I like, you can hear it, right? Just random.
Noise.
I'm trying to replicate white noise in like hundreds of different pitches, doing random things.
And the more we move forward, right?
How many would you need to make white noise though? Like 5,000?
Yeah, I know, yeah. And then it goes into a chord. Yeah, it's chaotic. I don't know why I did that.
Hey, I did something similar on something I'm working on. Let me find it. Wait. Okay, I think I can play this. So it's basically noise frequency modulating an oscillator.
Oh, cool.
And then the frequency modulation gets less and less.
Damn, who's vacuuming?
What's going on? Oh, but you played a chord.
I played the dun dun dun.
Yeah, you played that. Okay, yeah. That's cool. I use that for my snares actually. I FM a sine wave with white noise. Yeah.
Crazy.
And I unison it, and like with 25 unison. So basically, it just makes kind of a unison white noise. Yeah.
Ah, crazy shit.
Yeah.
I think we can all learn from each other here.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
It's your turn, Felix. What do you frequency modulate?
What's frequency modulation? No, I've been doing standard tricks like Mark, the white noise thing when I need like some stereo white noise. But I've been mostly experimenting with like genres and like blends.
Genres.
rather than like technicals recently. Like since the homework and EP thing, kind of like took a step away from the technicals and started focusing on like writing music, like notes. If I was like more precise about it, just trying to write melodies and like trying to find the colors and textures from what exists in the world already, and hence the vocal samples everywhere and all the glitchy things.
Do you know what I found out about Ableton today, which I never knew, and it's really stupid. Like really
harmony to MIDI.
No, I already knew about that. You know, you can easily save like groups and patches with the MIDI.
Yeah.
Like for some reason, I always thought you had to save that in the user library, all those things.
Right? Oh no, you can save it anywhere.
I know. So right, I've been making all these samples, right, and they're organized in one folder somewhere, and then in the other folder they're like completely organized somewhere else. And I've just been finding it a pain because I'll be in my like bass samples, quickly getting some bass sounds. I'll be like, oh yeah, that one. And then I'll be going back to my patch and going to another folder. And today I just realized they can all just go in the same folder. So I can be flicking through the sounds and be like, yep, I want that one. Foof, dom, ready to go. Oh my God. Complete knob.
Also, a really cool thing about Ableton is the Ableton Live clips.
You can play the clip, can't you? It's crazy.
No,
is that what you're saying? What?
When you do like when you have a channel, like whatever, audio or MIDI.
Yeah.
If you drag directly the MIDI clip to the library or the audio clip to the library, it's going to save an Ableton Live clip.
Yeah, that's what I did.
File.
Yeah. Which is
that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, which
and then it says like
ALC file. ALC file.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's awesome because when you preview it, you hear the original sound as well. I don't even need to render anything, you know.
I actually do render it because it's faster.
Yeah, you don't need to
load. It loads faster.
Does it?
It takes some time to load on my computer. Like if I do like, especially if I start using plugins and shit, like take some time to load and play. But then if I have a WAV file right underneath, sometimes I'll just use the WAV file if I don't need to like make any changes or anything. Most of my drums in my new tunes are just like old breaks that are saved as Ableton Live clips, so I just like drag them and then just sort of the snare or something like that.
Hey Peep, shall we wrap this up soon? It's been 1 hour.
Yeah, a couple more questions and then that's it. I'm hungry. Question time. Tom, why Bitwig and what do you use before?
I've used FL Studio before for like 10 years or so.
Let's go.
But I kind of was bored by it, I guess.
All right, I'm kicking you from the label.
But there are some things I miss from FL Studio. I think FL Studio is a great DAW, especially for people that start out, and it's very cheap. I miss like all the plugins like Harmor and like the voice correction plugins. I don't recall the name.
You can just
Not on Mac.
Oh, you're on Mac.
Yeah,
you're a nasty Mac user. Laugh at him, guys.
I beated FL actually on Mac, and it was so funny, man. Back in the day. Oh,
I mean, I have FL on the Mac now, but the plugins, the VSTs, don't really run on Mac.
Patcher is so good, but yeah, in Bitwig you don't need Patcher.
Yeah, in Bitwig I don't need Patcher. Yeah. Yeah, and that's it. I mean, I can get my head around in Logic a little bit, but and the comping in Logic, that's something I would love to have in Bitwig or FL.
The what?
Comping?
The tracking.
No, comping. It's like when you record vocals.
Yeah, tracking.
It all records it into the same track basically, and you have like a folder with all the stuff underneath it. That's not the magic. The magic is that when you try to find the best vocal bits, you can just select them, and it will make one track out of it. So it's very easy. You don't have to cut and shift and put.
It was nice,
there.
I used to love that.
So you just select them. And that's really cool when you record vocals.
In Ableton, it's a pain in the ass, man. I don't even use it. I use
no, there isn't something like in Ableton. It's more like a Pro Tools.
No, I use Audacity. for recording the vocals, because it works the same as it works the same as Logic. When you press record and stop and you press record again, it will just make a new track. It's very easy.
Cool.
Ableton's crap for that stuff though. I need to figure out a good option for that.
Just have 1,000 tracks in the session.
Yeah, one last question about your width, Tom. About your stereo imaging, widening. What are you doing to get everything so wide?
I mean, Ozone Imager is a great way to start because I think it has a good way of widening.
Oh no! Here we go again. It's breaking my heart. The last few ones. So next, Imager. Oh.
I mean,
fuck phase, Mark. We all hate phase here.
There are a couple of different approaches to stereo, right? Some people say stereo is when left and right signal is different, and that's a correct answer.
The Haas.
But well, no, it can just be different. You can also, what I also do is
different samples left and right. Yeah.
No, there is this plugin by wait. Let me look into it. It's called from Melda Productions. It's called Freeform Phase, and let me show it to you. That's another technique I was trying around with, and sometimes I use it. So that's your phase, and you can basically shift it over the spectrum. And then I do this shift for the left side and another shift for the right side. And so you have like a Haas delay, but it's not like the whole thing.
It sounds the same to me.
But with the Ozone Imager, it's doing something different. It's not shifting the sides. It's shifting the mid and the side signal. And so you keep a mono signal that is good and the side signal gets shifted. And
yeah, it's a bit like they do two things. It's like obviously some just increase of the side signal. So for the imager to be able to work really well, you need some side information, you know?
Yeah, but they create the side information by just flipping the phase on one of your channels.
Yeah.
And then they delay this signal.
Yeah, this is almost the same.
Almost the same.
Same way, yeah. It's how EQs used to work back in the day.
Yeah, but that's what I do some of the times, but also like chorus and I don't know, the normal things, I guess. There's no real great magic, but I always try to have a good mono signal. That's it. I don't know.
Fair enough.
Ooh. Right, boys. I think that's it.
Yep.
Let's do a round of plugs. What's next?
No.
What have you guys?
Next for you?
So, in next month, I think.
Next month, what?
Can't say.
Next month, my birthday. I want everyone to follow me on Spotify.
Next month we have this coming out. Ooh.
Oh yeah! Oof.
What is coming out?
That thing that he showed real quick. Ooh, what is that?
What?
What
is that?
I've got six tracks coming out.
Shift the thing. Shift the thing out.
Are we allowed to show it?
Oh yeah, fuck, why not? Ooh, what is that?
Ah.
What is that?
Ooh.
So we've only got 50 of these.
49 if you.
So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to put a lot of effort into it. So there's about, I think, an hour of my music on it, I think.
Really? So okay, there's also one of my tunes on there. That's all I have. I have no tunes right now. I have a tune, and I'm gonna put some samples on it as well, probably. and some memes.
And Jasper asked when the VIP was coming out. It's coming out on this USB. So we'll announce it soon.
What VIP?
VIP of If You.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I think it'll be next month.
Nice. She gets.
With divided USB with shitty jump up bootlegs.
Oh yes.
There'll be no bootlegs on it.
Yeah.
No, that's one of the reasons why we want to do it, actually, because when I thought for me personally, it would be just cool to write some music fresh for the USB. So I'm like, okay, cool, let's do it, you know. And then I started writing a tune, and then the tune, I think all the tunes are like 16 minutes long, I think. So don't expect anything. Don't expect any like DJ tunes. Yeah, there's loads of bangs on there, but they're really long. What I did is I wrote the tune. I was like, oh, these are not good enough. And I was like, hey, I've got a good idea. If I just put 6 minutes of orchestra at the end of every tune,
yeah,
then it'll be okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so I just did that.
That's also
I'm looking
what
forward
Thijs is doing.
Perfect. It just covers up how rest of the tune is. It's absolutely perfect. Yeah.
All right, boys. We are gonna head out. Thanks to you all for checking in. Big ups to Tom and Felix for providing with the epic tunes.
Also, wait.
And
UKF interview tomorrow.
Oh my god.
Oh,
plug. Oh,
big
shit.
vibes.
Nice. I don't have anything to plug.
Hey, plug your SoundCloud. Hey, everyone, follow him on SoundCloud right now.
Check his SoundCloud.
Spotify,
Go check
Instagram.
Go follow him on Spotify as well. That's a good one.
Yeah, Spotify.
Because then you'll know immediately when the next Tom Finster is dropping.
Exactly. How smart is that?
No, you'll know it on the next Friday.
Woo.
Oh my god.
On the following Friday release.
Oh yeah. Follow me on Instagram. I have the best stories according to Nerex. He's right. Today I posed the question: is a duck a fish?
Oh,
because it swims in the water, right? Okay. Anyway,
flies in the air, John.
Let's get out.
Guys. Peace. Love you all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Ciao.
Bye. 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 Bye.